So, stuff was dropped about Harley Quinn in the new Joker movie, played by Lady Gaga. And I'm surprised to hear that a lot of people actually really dislike this look. Well, yes, it is different than the comics. I do think that it definitely makes the character Lady Gaga's own version of the character, as the character has been used many different times in different media, animation, live action, video games, and the character has evolved a lot in the comics, too, and in other media. So it makes sense to me that they would want the character to be different and very obviously different than the other versions of the character. Now, something that about this I really liked is the fact that she seems like an actual leader. She doesn't seem like a follower, she seems like a leader, which is an interesting route to go with Harley Quinn. Also, the fun factor of Harley Quinn seems to be toned down a little bit, which I could see that being a very controversial choice to make. I personally am a big fan of Harley Quinn being very fun and goofy, so I can see that maybe some people will like this whole idea that the character is more serious, because I know some people also don't like that. But as somebody who does like her being fun and goofy, I don't really have a problem with them changing it for a movie, because she's not the only Harley Quinn. Like I said, there are multiple Harley Quinns, and seeing the version of the character being used this way, I think is an interesting idea. Now, according to rumors and leaks or sources, I know it's a lot. Apparently, Harley Quinn and Joker apparently, well, yes, start off as lovers, they actually end up going against each other. And then in a way, this is a Harley versus Joker movie, which sounds very appealing, that Harley in a way is kind of like somebody that poses Joker, but also kind of embraces the idea of the wild stuff he embarked in. The whole idea of we live in a society. And also the way it's going to be used this way because the character of Harley Quinn was abused by the Joker. And how some people in society, unfortunately, kind of just brush aside that. And while we don't know if that is going to be used in the movie, the Mad Love plot, I personally hope it is. As well, I'm a big fan of Harley Quinn. I've never been a big fan of people saying, oh, Joker and Harley Quinn, they're such a great couple. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. There may be a commentary on how relationships sometimes are extremely toxic. And I think that's what we're getting here. Also, Harley Quinn in this movie is apparently going to be exploring his sexuality, which was kind of hinted at in the Birds of Prey movie. That being in the intro, when she shows her in love interest she had, one of them was a woman. But here the character is actually going to be bisexual, which as a bisexual, I'm really happy about. But I don't think they're going to be using Poison Ivy as her girlfriend or the character that she's exploring sexuality with. So I am a little disappointed in that, because I really like Poison Ivy. And also I'm curious, if they make a third movie, would they use other characters like Batman villains from the comics? Because they already used Joker and they're now using Harley Quinn. Would they use like Scarecrow next? Or Poison Ivy next? I mean, I watch that. I mean, I'm going to watch it anyways, but I would watch that. Also, Harley's outfit here is very, very similar to that of the outfit that Harley Quinn wore on the 2003 Birds of Prey show, which was more like a sweater vest type thing. It was an attempt to have the character look like she just like belonged in normal society, but also had a little flair to her, which I think in itself is an interesting idea, which I think they're kind of using here, but they're like updating it to fit the character's more motif, rather than having her kind of look like a sweater dressing grandma for Christmas. No offense to that show, by the way, the Birds of Prey show for 2003. I actually quite liked it, but the Harley Quinn on that show was a little weird in my opinion. So, what do you think? Personally, I think she looks great as Harley Quinn. Which, yes, I know she looks very different than the version of Harley Quinn we're used to, but I'm kind of into it. And that's it. Like always, please like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.